Hello, and welcome to a new episode of the Weekly Brief. I'm your new host, Brianna Nibbs. I will be bringing you the latest coverage in world news, politics, national news, entertainment, and sports. Without further ado, let's get right into it. In this week's world news, the European Union's top diplomat warned Russia that it can face new sanctions after the imprisonment of Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny. European High Representative Joseph Borrell said in his address on Friday that, quote, the Russian government is going down a worrisome authoritarian route. According to the New York Daily News, Navalny was arrested on January 17th after returning to Moscow for the first time in 5 months from recovering from an assassination attempt. He repeatedly accused President Vladimir Putin on ordering an attempt to end his life. He was recently sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for violating the terms of a previous suspended sentence stemming from a corruption charge that was seen as politically motivated by the dissident. Moscow has expelled 3 EU diplomats in a retaliation on Monday during Borrell's visit last week. Borrell said that he learned about the expulsions from Russia via social media, which many EU lawmakers claimed that Kremlin had wanted to try to embarrass Borrell to send a message that the West should stay out of domestic affairs. In politics, the impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump is currently taking place in the Senate, where all 100 senators who act as jurors, the prosecution team of impeachment managers, and Trump's defense legal team came together to make their arguments in question on whether or not to convict the former president for inciting the insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th. As of Tuesday, the Senate voted in a 56-44 vote to proceed with the impeachment trial, rejecting Trump's defense team's claims that impeaching the former president would be unconstitutional. On Wednesday, the trial proceeded up to 16 hours, where House Democrats opened their arguments to the floor to prove that Trump incited an insurrection by encouraging supporters to march down the Capitol building, which quickly turned into a violent mob that led to casualties of 5 deaths and over 190 officers injured, and numerous damages made inside the building. The impeachment managers are expected to finish making their cases on Thursday for a chance for Trump's legal defense team to present on Friday. In national news, 5 people are hospitalized, in which 1 has died and 4 others injured after a shooting took place in a healthcare clinic in Buffalo, Minnesota on Tuesday. Police received a 911 call about shots being fired just before 11 a.m. According to CNN, when officers arrived at the scene, they found multiple victims and a suspicious package at the corner of the Alina Healthcare Clinic's lobby, along with several other suspicious devices at a nearby motel. Police arrested the suspect, who was identified as 67-year-old Gregory Ulrich. According to St. Paul's ABC affiliate KSTP, records show that Ulrich had a history of conflict with the staff of the facility, including a doctor, in which the doctor had to file a restraining order against him in October 2018 after numerous threats were being made. Ulrich is no stranger to law enforcement, as his records date back to 2003 with charges of drunk driving and possession of marijuana to the recent violation charges of harassment. 3 of the victims are currently in critical condition and 1 has been discharged. Ulrich is expected to make a court appearance on Thursday morning. There are some sad news in the entertainment world, as longtime founding member of the famous musical trio of the Supremes, Mary Wilson, has died on Tuesday at her home in Henderson, Nevada. According to a statement, Wilson's publicist Jay Schwartz told CNN he stated, quote, passed away suddenly this evening. According to the Clark County Medical Examiner, she died naturally of hypertensive cardiovascular disease. She started her career in Detroit in the late 1950s as a singer of the group then named the Premettes, before they became the Supremes, in which they became Motown's most successful group of the 1960s. with 12 #1 hits, including Where Did Our Love Go, Baby Love, and Stop in the Name of Love. The group was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988. Wilson was known to break barriers and pave the way for mainstream African American artists across all genres of music. She became an advocate within the music industry and lobbied for musicians' rights. Outside of music, she became a best-selling author, motivational speaker, and a former U.S. cultural ambassador. According to Sports Statement, Wilson was instrumental in passing the Music Modernization Act in 2018, in which the goals were to modernize copyright-related issues for new music and audio recordings in the new technology age that didn't protect music recorded before February 15, 1972. Wilson is survived by her siblings, her children, her 10 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. She was 76 years old. And finally in sports, football quarterback Tom Brady led the Super Bowl victory with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, beating the lead quarterback Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs of a score 31-9. Brady was named Super Bowl MVP for the 5th time and is now fitted for the 7th championship ring. He threw over 200 yards and scored 3 touchdowns, including 2 to tight end Rob Gronkowski. Brady has already broke numerous records that day as he became the 2nd quarterback to lead 2 different teams to Super Bowl wins, one of the only NFL players to have the most championships in NFL history, tying with Otto Graham, and the oldest quarterback in Super Bowl history to start, play, win, and receive the MVP award. And that is all for this week's coverage. You can check back next week's weekly brief where I will bring you more of the latest on the news. Make sure you subscribe to MIC's YouTube channel so you won't miss out. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Stay safe and stay well.